absolute pleasure to be here. The morning is bright. We are fortunate to have with us today Mr. Shroff has graciously agreed to be our chief guest today. We welcome him to us of the auto industry and we thank them for their trust and patronage over the last daily. We strive to create a meaningful dialogue between brands and companies with the existing and potential consumers. MIMS or Mumbai have been possible thanks to support of our esteemed members from the auto industry who have always been
cars and bikes since childhood. Is none other than like to know. We have a mic right there for you. Yes. So we would like to know more about your passion for cars and bikes.
जहाँ तक मुझे याद है, ever since as a child, my father has been, very fond of cars and bikes. So I remember ever since he used to shoot for Hero, he used to have a dirt bike which he had used in the film. He used to have a Fiat back then, which he used in Parinda also, most of his films. He is fond of cars. Throughout the span of his career, he's bought a lot of cars. So I think ever since the first word I ever said growing up was, some sort of a car, I remember. So, because of my father. However, nowadays I'm more into bikes, cycles, especially because of the Mumbai traffic. Yes. It's more convenient to ride a bike around. But my father doesn't allow me. So, other than the films, I don't really get a chance to ride a bike or anything. But I'm very thankful that I've got to see a lot of great cars, thanks to my dad's passion for cars.
Okay, so we would also like to know your favorite brand when it comes to cars and bikes. Which is your favorite brand?
My favorite brand when it comes to cars and bikes?
I know, too difficult.
Sorry?
Too difficult to name?
Yeah, I mean there's so many great models and so many great brands. Can't name any. But I don't know, I think I like Yamaha very much. Yamaha's is nice. Really, I don't know too many, but I'm aware that there are all of them are just equally fantastic brands.
Okay, last one. We would also like to know your experience when it comes to car and bike in your action movies.
Well, in my action movies, more than car and bikes, ज़्यादातर हाथ पैर चलाता हूँ. So it's very rare that I've had an action sequence with cars and bikes. But in general scenes and all, I get a chance to ride bikes. Bullet Enfield is a bike that I first rode in my first film. And in my second film, Baghi, also I got a chance to ride the Enfield. This is the only bike I've ridden thus far.
Okay, thank you so much, Tiger. Now I would like to ask Mr. Lalit Chaudhary that what...
For us, participation in a show like this is a unique opportunity to showcase various brands that we distribute. Unfortunately, we didn't make it to Tiger's list of favorite brands, but hopefully, as he sees the cars and bikes, he likes some of what we put out there. So we're looking forward to showcasing some of the latest models to various patrons who might come and visit at the show.
पहली बाइक या कार कौन सी थी? Which was the model and how many bikes or car you own?
I don't own any bike or anything. My father has a bike और मेरे पास एक गाड़ी है Chevrolet Cruze. I don't like fancy cars, but आजकल क्योंकि there's no space to ride, fast vehicles or drive fast vehicles, and I'm a big believer in safe driving. I don't like noise pollution, so I don't like to honk or anything. So एक decent simple सा छोटा गाड़ी मेरे पास वो चलाता हूँ.
सबसे पहले कभी when did you learn driving and remember the first time like you?
बचपन से मुझे याद है पापा का गोद पे बैठ के चलाता था गाड़ी. I used to think I used to drive. He used to drive the car and I used to just hold the steering and sort of think that I used to drive the car. But I learned how to drive shooting Hero Bandi.
Next question.
Anyone? The mic is right there on the left side.
Tiger. This
Hi,
is
ma'am.
Priyanka.
Hi.
Belated happy birthday.
Thank you so much.
Recently, on your birthday only, Mr. Ramgopal Verma tweeted that, you should learn martial arts from your dad and he poses more like a man than you do.
Right.
So, your mother also reacted to it.
Right.
What's your take on that? What do you have to say about that?
I can never be half the man my father is. I mean, he's the original hero, and even if I tried, I could never be like my father. But yeah, I think everybody has the freedom of speech, and he's a senior director. There's not much I can say to him. But I try to be my own individual, and I try to be different and express my individuality as much as I can. That being said, some may appreciate my artistic expression, some may not. So yeah, to each his own, man. It's really fun.
So Tiger, when you say so that you are not a huge big biker and all that, you are a safe, you drive safe. So which is that thing what prompted you to come to this motor show? Which is that thing what attracted you?
A lot of my friends, of course my father, have always been fascinated by cars and all, and they're beautiful to look at, So I like, they're very aesthetically pleasing to the eye. So yeah, I like watching and admiring just these beautiful creations. Really.
So Tiger, a lot of sports related to this motor car and show is happening now in India. So where do you see India in competing to the car racing and all that?
Sorry, I didn't get your question.
A lot of sports related to car racing is happening in India. Recently, the Grand Prix car racing happened in Noida and all that. So where do you see India in car racing area?
I didn't know much about car racing, sir. But I'm sure with the exposure we're getting to these vehicles, and we've always had a lot of talented drivers. As far as I'm aware, I know Narayan Karthikeyan sir, a fair racer, and he was in the Formula 1. So I think now that we're getting the exposure to these vehicles, a lot of drivers can get a chance to experience them, and hopefully now that we have a circuit in Noida, like you said, if we can practice, I'm sure there's a bundle of talent here.
Yeah. Thank you so much, everyone.
I can't hear you, sir. अब यहाँ के बोलो ना.
What is your comment about people who are threatening women in the society? What would you like to say?
Threatening women in society.
There is a lot of bullying happening.
On social media, is trying to.
I think it's a very uneducated thing to do, sir. Yeah, there's not much I can say. It's obvious for everybody to know. I mean, that's a very niche thing to do. I think, yeah, maybe it should be a little more strict, I believe everybody does have the freedom of speech, but, there are some limits that shouldn't be crossed. And it's sad that some people aren't aware of that and aren't educated enough. So, yeah.
Okay, thank you so much.
fascinated. I mean, they're nice to look at, but me personally, I'm very much into cycles, or I like to run.
Why like that? Like lots of young people are like more attracted towards bikes and cars, but आपको बहुत ज़्यादा जो है like but very passionate.
क्योंकि सर
बचपन से आप अपने डैड के साथ go for ride and drive actually.
Right. क्योंकि मैं खुद बहुत तेज़ भागता हूँ ना, तो I usually like running from Bandra to Juhu, Bandra to Khar, distances which I can travel. Yeah, I like to run, but I do have a cycle which I ride every now and then in the night.
So recently there was a movie regarding something you have given regarding the kind of relationship you give what's your take on it?
I didn't hear you.
There was a tweet Ram Gopal Verma's tweet
अरे ये लो मत रे.
regarding Sunny Leone and other
वो center room दिख रहा है.
take on it.
I didn't see it.
It's like every woman should be like this Sunny Leone, a kind of
Every woman should be like Sunny
yeah, a
Leone.
kind of pleasure she gives everyone should give.
Wow, I don't.
Yeah, so what's your take on it?
What's my take on that? I don't know. How do you feel about that? I think. Honestly, I think every woman is beautiful and special in her own way. You know, she doesn't have to be somebody else. I always urge people and youngsters to, you know, believe in their individuality. So you should be just proud to be in your own skin and who you are. And, yeah.
But he's very close to her dad in fact. I think he's very
Ram
close
sir.
to her dad. Yeah, that's more like.
Yeah, they just did a film together. So, yeah, Nangila, of course. They've done great films.
बचपन से देखा है तो कभी कोई ऐसी चीजें डिस्टर्ब हो जाती है where like each time you know.
जहाँ तक मुझे याद है मैं कभी मिला नहीं उनसे, तो I don't know sir. I haven't met him personally as far as I recall. So, but I wish my father and the whole team Sarkar 3 all the best.
When was the first time you put your hand on the steering actually?
Last question, last class.
I think I was about 1 or 2 years old.
अगर जिस तरीके से आपके टाइम में वीडियो बन रही है कार्स को लेकर बाइक को लेकर आपके मौके कुछ इस तरीके की मूव करेंगे ऐसा जो लगा आपका ड्राइव किया है
Sorry, I didn't get.
The kind of movies you are getting like bikes or cars or like this.
या बाकी कार्स और बाइक को टिकट किया जा रहा है तो आप इस तरीके की कभी मुझे नजर आएंगे
शायद, पर फिलहाल मुझे मार्शल आर्ट्स में मज़ा आ रहा है सर. आई लाइक हाथ पैर चलाने में मज़ा आता है सर, rather than cars. So right now I'm working on Munna Michael. Munna Michael is almost finished. इसके बाद Student of the Year 2 शुरू होते हैं. उसके बाद बागी 2 में घुस रहा हूँ. बस I just have these 3 films right now. Very fortunate.
Thank you.